Some choices do not begin with belief. They begin with pressure. For Chen, illness was not only physical. It came with deadlines, family expectations, loneliness, and the fear that nothing was working.
I already went to the clinic. Why am I still not better?
Don't worry too much. If medicine is slow, maybe you can also try some traditional ways to calm yourself.
Traditional ways.
You went to clinic today.
Yes, they said I should continue treatment, rest more, and observe the symptoms.
It's reasonable.
Reasonable, yes, but I still feel pain. I still can't sleep. I still cannot study properly.
Medicine isn't always instant. Some progress take time.
That is exactly the problem. I don't feel like I have time.
I understand. But whatever else you try, don't stop proper treatment.
So you think traditional healing is useless?
No, I'm not saying that. Traditional support may help you relax or feel less alone. But if someone asks you to stop medical treatment, that is dangerous.
You look worse than today. Just tired. You always say that. What? What is this? Just a wall cameras. My family always uses it when someone has headache or neck tension. Is this traditional healing? Maybe, but not every traditional practice is about magic. Sometimes it's just a peer, hobbies, or family experience. So people believe it because it works? Sometimes it helps, sometimes it's comforting, sometimes it reminds them that someone taking care of them. That sounds different from those online healers. Exactly. A normal traditional practice should not force you to stop seeing doctor. It should not promise a miracle. It should not use your fear to take your money. Then maybe the traditional healing isn't the problem. The problem is when belief loses its boundary.
Why does this keep appearing? Wow! Who are you?
Someone who understands your pain.
Are you a traditional healer?
Names are not important, but the results are important.
Can you really help me?
I can remove the spiritual cause of your illness. No more hospital, no more waiting.
No hospital.
Doctors treat the body, but I treat what they cannot see.
How much?
Only Rm 999 for the first session.
What if it doesn't work?
Lion, breathing is not strong enough.
Chen, what are you? Wait, what are you paying for? Nothing.
Chen, sure. She told you to stop your hospital treatment.
She said maybe my illness is not physical. Maybe the medicine cannot see the real cause. Chen, this is different from warm cabinets, family support, and no more traditional care. But what should I do? Just wait? Just suffer?
No, but someone who promises a cure, asks for patient mercy and told you to stop your treatment is not helping you. She is using your fear.
But what if she's right? Then we should not teach it blindly, and we also should not trust it blindly.
Let's check it properly.
Check what? She said this is a spiritual healing, and we can check what religions actually say about healing.
And then we check whether her claim is ethical.
When people are desperate, the question is not only whether they believe. The question is how they decide one deserves trust.
You said online here uses spiritual language. Yes, she said the doctors only see the body, but she can treat what they cannot see. Then we should be careful. The religious healing and the faith healing are not the same.
So, we tested the claim in 2 steps.
Different religions do not simply say yes or no to traditional healing. The key is whether the practice has moral boundaries. In Islam, the hearing is ultimately connected to Allah. Some spiritual practices, such as ruqya, may be accepted when they follow Islamic principles. But if someone uses spiritual language to deceive people, ask for money first, or reject proper medical treatment, that becomes problematic.
So, her claim, no hospital needed, already causes a boundary.
Yes, spiritual support should not be a reason to abandon necessary care. In Christianity, the prayer and healing is important. Many believers pray for recovery, but the prayer is generally not meant to replace the medicine treatment.
So they can support the patient, but it should not isolate the patient from medical help.
In fact, faith and medical can work together. The body focuses on suffering and compassion. The practice is tolerated if it reduces fear and suffering without harming the person. But if someone uses patient suffering to make money through false compromises, that goes against compassion.
She did not ask what I needed, she only asked me to pay.
Hinduism has traditions related to Ayurveda, Karma, Dharma, and spiritual balance, but Ahimsa, non-harm is still important.
So, even if something is traditional, it cannot be accepted if it causes harm.
Yes, tradition gives meaning, but non-harm gives boundaries. So religious perspectives do not reject completely to traditional healing, but none of these perspectives support deception, exploitation, and all unnecessary medical care.
So the problem isn't the spiritual support itself. The problem is when someone uses the spiritual language to judge you.
Now we have the religious boundary, but we still have one more question.
What question?
Exactly, how do we judge the difference between support and exploitation? Philosophy helps us move from belief to judgment. We don't only ask whether the practice is traditional. We ask whether it is responsible. First, does it reduce harm or create more harm? It is the utilitarian question.
Jason's warm compress and emotional support help Chen relax. That may bring benefits. But the online healer told Chen to stop treatment. That may delay care and cause greater harm.
So, not all the traditional support is the same. It is just the consequences. Second, is the patient told the truth? It is a deontological question.
She promised me a cure, but gave no evidence. She also made me feel that if it was failed, it was my problem.
That is not informed choice, that is pressure.
Exactly, a patient cannot make a free choice if the fear is being used against them. Third, what kind of person is the leader? It is a virtual ethics question.
A responsible healer, what whether modern or traditional, should show honesty, care, and humility.
A responsible traditional practice says, this may support you.
A fake healer says, only I can save you.
Only I can help you. Pay first.
Fourth, who benefits? It is a question about egoism.
I wanted to believe, and that was my self-interest.
And that is understandable. The patient wants to suffer less.
But she wants your money for your fear.
When self-interest exploits vulnerability, it becomes ineffective.
So I have three possible choices.
What are they?
I can only rely on medicine and ignore my emotional needs. I can trust the online healer and stop treatment. Or I can continue medical care, accept safe cultural and spiritual support, and reject false claims.
Then, let's see what each choice will lead us to.
I'm being treated, but I still feel alone. I thought I chose hope, but I was only afraid.
I can respect for culture and faith, but I should not risk my life for false promises.
You do not have to abandon medicine.
And you do not have to reject tradition.
Support is acceptable when it remains honesty and non-harmful.
That is the balanced path.